Hello, childrens. I'm going to talk to you about Deadpool's marriage today. And when I originally created him, I did everything in my power to have this not happen. And I'm going to go into that. When Deadpool takes his mask off, he should look somewhat like Eddie from Iron Maiden with a coat of skin over his face. But, you know, caved plastic surgery under his skin. He should look like a train wreck. What they like to do in the comic business is they like to pull the girlfriend out of the freezer. And what that means is they take a female character and they take her out and they thaw her out and they warm her up and things get cooking. And that's what they like to do with taking the girlfriend out of the freezer. And, you know, it sounds funny, but that's what they do. I'm pretty shocked because as Deadpool's creator, I never intended that for him. I wanted him to be an ugly SOB, and I never wanted him to get married. I never wanted that for him. I figured I would have him interesting enough that the stories would go on and on and on. But maybe it's that time, you know. It's funny, you know, because thinking back on this, you know, that was one of the main reasons. I wanted to have his face done up so that, you know, he was horrifying, you know, and he had to wear a mask. That was one of the main reasons. The other thing I want to talk about is his costume. His costume is a representation with the eyes. In particular, is his mother and his father in the eyes. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was why red and black. And I asked this question to someone else, and they couldn't answer the question. They dropped their Facebook page. And the reason being is that in the 80s we had, and I'm going back to a Popular Mechanics magazine I had seen, they were using infrared scopes at nighttime for the military. And this was only a phase because our night vision back then isn't what it is today. Night vision back then was basically infrared. And you had basically a red screen that came down and you could look through it and you could see people moving around. But was it the best thing in the world? No, probably not for its time, but it was cutting edge. The other thing about the costume being red and black to begin with is I wanted this guy to be somewhat camouflaged if he was going in the cover of night. Because when it's dark, you can't see nothing anyway. Okay, but during the daytime, he's red and black. But at nighttime when you're coming in, say that an infrared scope saw him, he would kind of blend in with his environment for the most part. You know, kind of like how Wolverine's invisible to machinery, if that's ever discussed. But that's one of the character perks. But, man, you guys married him off, man. I hope it was a shotgun wedding. And, my God, think about their kids. What are their kids going to be like? Are they going to be squirrely? You know, or what's Wade's daycare going to look like? Crazy. But that's all I'm going to comment about the wedding. I'm going to post another show up, and you guys can look at that one and talk about it. I know there's a lot of stuff going on. Things are happening on this end, and I'll address that in my next show.